Hello, Michelle here with My Designs in the Chaos, where it's my goal to develop, encourage, and grow your crafting talent and confidence. And I am live today on episode number 15 of our daily dose of design. I can't believe we're already halfway through this series. Every single day for 30 days, I'm going live and sharing your most commonly asked questions all about SVG files, kind of the lowdown about what they are and where should we design them, and just getting your questions answered. So if you have a question, I would love it if you would send me an email, info@mydesignsinthechaos.com, and let me know what your question is, and maybe your answer will be featured here on one of these daily dose of design episodes. I'm going to go ahead right up here on the screen, and I'm going to put my email, so that way if you want to send over one of your questions, you are more than welcome to. So today's question comes from a community member who said, "Hey Michelle, will you please review the process of creating a mock-up image with one of your designed SVG files?" So I'm going to walk you through that process inside of Adobe Illustrator today. So it's a pretty simple process, and I am excited to walk you through it today. So if you find value in this video, or if you're enjoying it, as always, I appreciate it if you sprinkle the love a little bit, and then say hello to me in the comments on whatever platform it is that you are watching this on. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share my screen with you here, and I'm going to, let's see if I can make it like this. Okay, so you can kind of see what I'm doing here as I go. Now, as we are doing this, you can see over here, I have all of my mock-ups loaded into my library inside of Adobe Illustrator. It's just really easy access for me. I have my design already created right here as an SVG. And so all I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these mock-up images. I'm just going to click and I'm going to drag, and that makes it look like a little box there, and I'm just going to click and draw a square on where I want that mock-up to go. And you can see that that kind of places that mock-up image right there onto my artboard designing space. Then I'm going to go over here to my layers panel, and I'm just going to click and I'm going to drag it down to the back, so that way I can see the design on the front. Now I'm actually going to just select my design. I can see that just my design is selected by these blue dots that are selected over here on the side. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make it a little bit smaller that it can fit on this shirt image, so it looks a little more realistic here of what that would look like. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller there. And then I'm going to kind of place it right here in the middle. And then I can angle it however I want. Like if I want it to kind of, if your shirt's angled a little, or, you know, you can kind of mess around with the angle of what you want it to look like. You can even get in there and use like a little eraser on that part of the H, so it looks like the jeans are actually on top of your design. Have some fun with it there, just to try to make it look as realistic as possible. You can even go in and like change the coloring. Like if you want to show that I want to make this shirt in blue or purple, or, you know, you can change the colors of the lettering there if you would like as well. Like, let me show you just for example, like if I wanted to show that that's going to be blue or pink or something like that, I can change that. Just for the purposes of this, I'm just going to go ahead and keep everything black, but just know when you're creating this, you can make that design look the way that you want. From there, I'm also going to put in a logo. I think that that's important on your mockups to make sure you've got a logo. So I'm going to do the same thing I did with my mockup. I click and I drag and I put my logo right down here at the bottom of my image. And there we go. It's pretty much ready. Now, one more thing that I personally like to do on my mockup images, just to give them a little bit of depth and dimension, I like to go to the effect window and I like to click on Stylize drop shadow. Now you can see here that that doesn't look realistic, right? So I'm going to change that drop shadow to look a little bit more realistic. And it's hard for you guys. I'm looking to see. I don't think you guys can see the open up menu that I have open, but it's under effect Stylized drop shadow, and you're just going to change it to be 0.01 on each one of your X, of your Y, of your blur. Everything's going to be 0.01. I think it just looks a little bit more realistic, just like it kind of gives it a little pop, you know? And so I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say File, Export As, and I'm going to export that as a PNG image. And then I'm also going to select Use Artboards. And so I'm going to click on Use Artboards. I'm going to just save it here on my desktop. And then I'm going to click on Export. And then now another little screen will pop up. You want to make sure the resolution is at 300 DPI. That just, it's so that you can, it'll be really crisp and really clear. And then I will click OK. And then if I go to my, and I know some of that is hard to see because it has extra little windows that pop up in Adobe Illustrator that on the screen sharing, it doesn't automatically show all of those things. But now I do want to show you what the final image ended up looking like. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open up that image, and then I can show you what the final mockup looks like here in my screen. Let me hide this one for Adobe Illustrator and then share that screen with you. If it'll pop up, here we go. And then I can show that there. And see, now this is the mock-up image that I have saved. So notice how it was a blank design, a blank shirt before, and then I can add in any design that I want to so that it looks like it's a shirt, but I didn't actually have to make a shirt. And so that's a quick review on how you can utilize mock-up images inside of Adobe Illustrator very quickly, very easily at the end of your designs. So again, thanks so much for hanging out with me. This is episode number 15 on your daily dose of design. If you want these in your inbox every single day, make sure to click the link at whatever platform it is that you are watching it on. And then I will see you guys back tomorrow for episode number 16. And if you have a question you would like for me to answer, make sure to shoot me an email, info@mydesignsandthechaos.com, and I will see you guys soon. Bye, y'all.